to life, keys to life. Says the keys to life, keys to life. My mama told me the keys to life, keys to life. My father told me the keys to life, keys to life. Now I apply all the keys to life, the keys to life. I hope you got you some keys to life. Sitting with the homies, we building on what's the keys to life. Smoking on this pack of sativa, it got me feeling right. Vocal sounding smooth on the Pro Tools, I can't hold you. Know they try to keep you quiet as soon as they know you vocal. Watch what you say on them tellies, fetties be tapping in. Learn, do your dirt by your lonely niggas to rap you in. Here's a gem, niggas is faking and jewels they flossing in. Find out when you meet them, the photos just be convincing in. Brody asked for 5, you know I'm sending a homie 10. Regardless what we go through, I promise to never mention it. Never let them see where you coming, you gotta switch it up. When you know your worth, you ain't signing, niggas ain't rich enough. Seen niggas screaming no Diddy, but sipping deli on. Came a long way from my younger days, was a petty one. Now I'm on my business and bust their heads on these parlays. Your opinion holds no weight, give a fuck what you gon' say. My mama told me the keys to life. My father told me the keys to life. Now I apply all the keys to life. I hope you got you some keys in life. My mama told me the keys to life. My father told me the keys to life. Now I apply all the keys to life. I hope you got you some keys and love. You can raise and right, but it take a village to make them great. While everybody sleeping, I'm grinding, boy, I be wide awake. You don't be supporting, ain't trying to hear that you proud of me. When you need something, the only time that you calling me. Ain't no more helping, I really ran out of favors. The weed tastes better, I started rolling in papers. Phone on D&D, leave a message if it's important. And I ain't popping out unless money really to offer. I listen to y'all talking, it's crazy who y'all idolize. Shit, I need 100%, that's why I monetize. I can see a lot of me when I look in my daughter's eyes. I'll burn the world down for making my little son cry. I'm the same P, but grown, just a better version. Not perfect, what I'm doing, no, it's still working. You can't fit up in these shoes, these is mine, nigga. Without trying, boy, I still outshine, niggas. My mama told me the keys to life. My father told me the keys to life. Now I apply all the keys to life. I hope you got you some keys in life. My mama told me the keys to life. My father told me the keys to life. Now I apply all the keys to life. I hope you got you some keys in life.
Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for fair use for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips in the balance of the favor of fair use. Salute and welcome to Blended Healing. I put a warning sign out because this is sensitive, very sensitive. And I take this very, very seriously, as I know you will as well. Our young people are in a crisis. As I sit sometimes in my home, my daughter is in graduate school, and my oldest granddaughter is a senior in, college. And I listen to them, and the things that they are dealing with, it's crazy. Now, let's talk about it. Who's there for our young people? Even if it's just to listen. There's a mental health crisis among our young Black people. Our young Black people in the United States, our kids, our children, and beyond are facing a severe mental health crisis, one that is deeply rooted in systemic issues. It could be generational trauma, current social and economic conditions. And while conversations around mental health have become more open, recently, many of our young Black individuals, our children, are continue to struggle with anxiety, depression, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, often without adequate support or access to care. How long are we sweeping this under the rug? We have made strides. Don't get it wrong. Some of us I see are going to get professional help, but it needs to be more. I took an excerpt from a story that I was reading from TheGrio. The title of their thing was Young Black People Are Facing a Mental Health Crisis. And the story is from Haniyah Philogene. And it reads this way. It said that suicide rates among Black adolescents skyrocketed from 144% between 2007 and 2020, underscoring a growing mental health crisis among the demographic and shattering the stereotype that somehow young people are immune to mental health struggles. Now, while older aunties and uncles like to label young people as soft and sensitive, the reality is that they're battling stress from every angle. Racial trauma, cultural stigma, and a system that often fails to offer them the support that they need. Research shows that 25% of Americans experience it before turning 30. Before 30. And Gen Z feeling peak stress at 25 years of age. Our Black teenagers, the weight is even heavier as many navigate financial instability. Social media fueled self-doubt and unspoken rule that vulnerability equals weakness. Meanwhile, asking for help is often seen as off limits due to the society and stigmas and or financial limitations because they can't get the help. Yes, I'm very passionate about this. What is the contributing things to this crisis? We talked about it. Systemic racism and everyday discrimination. You think that we're the only ones going through that? They watching everything. Kids are smart as hell. Racism isn't just a historical issue. It's an ongoing stress that affects mental health every day. From racial profiling to microaggression in schools and workplaces, young Black people face constant pressure that impact their well-being. Studies have shown, just like I just shared with you, that experiencing racism increases the risk of anxiety and depression. You see, Black families are disproportionately affected by economic hardship. due to historical redlining and job discrimination and wage gaps. Financial instability contributes to chronic stress and can make it harder for young Black people to focus on education, their careers, or even personal development. Trauma. Trauma isn't just an individual experience. It could be passed down through generations, from being enslaved to segregation to the war on drugs. Our communities have faced centuries of oppression, and many of our young people carry the weight of this history, even if they haven't personally experienced certain hardships. Exposure to violence, whether through personal experience or through the media, that affects mental health. And many of our children grow up in communities that have been over policed yet underprotected, leading to a heightened sense of fear, stress, and distrust. That stigma around mental health, even though we talk about it and we talk around it, it's becoming more common that the stigma still exists. Seeking therapy is often viewed as a sign of weakness, and some families encourage praying it away instead of getting professional help. I know historically there has been some mistrust of the healthcare system due to the unethical medical practices that harmed us, just like the Tuskegee experiment. But we're not here. This ain't this and this ain't that. Lack of people who look like us as healthcare professionals and mental health professionals. Representation matters in mental health. And many of our young people struggle to find therapists who understands their cultural background, which can make therapy feel unhelpful or alienating. And the lack of that culturally competent provider leads to misdiagnosis or inappropriate treatments. Let's talk about it. Who's there for our kids? Who's there for? While social media can be a space for activism and connection, it can also be mentally draining. You know, our kids is on that online 24/7. Constant exposure to videos of brutality and injustice and unrealistic beauty standards contributes to anxiety, depression, and self-esteem among our people, our young people. Okay. There's a growing mental health movement. Despite all of these challenges, there's a movement that is aimed at breaking down barriers to mental health care for our young people. Some include the increased awareness. Celebrities, influencers, and activists are speaking out about mental health, like Taraji P. Henson, Jay-Z, Simone Biles, have openly discussed therapy and self-care, helping to normalize the conversation. There is community organizations that help, like Loveland Foundation, Black Men Heal, They are providing free or low-cost therapy sessions specifically for Black individuals. Mental health support groups, peer counseling, and community healing circles are also becoming more common. Look it up and see what's in your area. Some of these things are no cost, or maybe even a copay, but look it up. More Black therapists are entering the field, and directories like Therapy for Black Girls and Therapy for Black Men help connect young people with professionals who understand their experiences. You feel me? And then you have that mental health education in schools. Some schools are starting to integrate mental health education into their curriculum, teaching students how to recognize and cope with stress, anxiety, and depression. But more work needs to be done to ensure that Black students have access to these resources. Instagram, podcasts, YouTube channels, some are dedicated to mental health, and it's growing. Hashtags like Black Mental Health Matters and hashtag Therapy is Dope are breaking the stigma and encouraging young people to look for help. I'm challenging you today. What needs to happen? If you don't have your own kids, you have extended children. There's children somewhere around you. Niece, nephew, something. Talk to them. In order to truly address this crisis, there needs to be a change. But it has to start in the community first before you can make any systemic changes. Because we know systemically we need to expand access to affordable and culturally competent therapy. We need to encourage more Black individuals to pursue careers in mental health. We need to create safe spaces for open conversations about mental health. We need to address economic and social disparities that contribute to mental illness. We need reform on policing and criminal justice systems to reduce trauma in the Black communities. Challenging mental health stigma through education and advocacy. This mental health crisis among our young Black people is real, but so is the growing movement for change. More than ever, it's important to continue pushing for resources, support, and systemic reforms that prioritize the well-being of our Black youth. Here's the question I got for you. Do you see any specific areas where more work needs to be done? And if it is, have that hard conversation. Do you know of any resources that are making a real difference? And if you do know that, share that. You have a platform. You are a subscriber. Put it out there. All right. I'm passionate about my shit, and especially about these young people. They are stressed the hell out. Stressed the hell out. Who's helping our children? Who's helping our children? If it ain't us, who are you trying to push it off onto? I said it. Who you pushing it off on? All right, I'm done. I could say more, but I ain't gonna beat y'all up too bad today. I'm just giving you something to think about. All right? All right, I'm done. Be well, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Peace.
Smoke some, don't forget the trauma. Get your bank and make your come away, away. Smoke some, don't forget the trauma. Get your bank and make your come away, away. Smoke some dope. When I get older, I want the money and power so I can make it go away. Make it go away. Smoke some dope. When I get older, I want to move out the country so I can make it go away. Make it go away. I wish I wasn't dark so I could look like Beyonce. I wish I had a big ego like Kanye. Then maybe I could spit 3 stacks like Andre. And we ain't gotta walk 3 blocks to do laundry. Or I could be Erica, sing about the moon and astroject out America. Huff and puff my way off the bus like a blunt to your Feria. That's fair enough, it's fair for me. I could get a degree, I could be anything. I could be anything. You could be anything. You can do anything. Smoke some, don't forget the trauma. Get your bank and make your karma away, away. Smoke some, don't forget the trauma. Get your bank and make your karma away, away. Please don't fuck with me. This head on my shoulders been weighed down with 100 bees. I'm combing out my trauma like my mama do B2Bs. A hot comb will hit you with 3rd degree. Burns around your neck for making moves that you shouldn't be. Laced up, nigga, I got to be. Ought to be everything my father was not to me. Fuck the private school, lunch ladies and crackers who wouldn't play with me. Bitches who try to jump me. Don't believe in I was something, just don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Cause you can be anything. Anything. You could be, fuck us up, this is not a bluff, it's a sticker up, rig it up, nigga dig it up, nigga pick it up, push your fucking luck, it's a sticker up, rig it up, nigga dig it up, it's a sticker up, say fuck us up, this is not a bluff, it's a sticker up, rig it up, nigga rig it up, nigga pick it up, push your fucking luck, it's a sticker up, rig it up, nigga dig it up, it's a sticker up. You can